Hi guys, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. As you can see, here, I'll be talking through this particular video today because I've actually come into the fish house and I think they've started spawning, or they're actually pre-spawning. It's always pretty cool to see Central American cichlids spawning, the behaviours and some of the characteristics they display are really interesting. I really like them. These guys at the moment, they're called Talamancaheros sieboldii. Had a bit of a name change because it used to be under the genus Tomocichla, which used to comprise of Tomocichla asfraki, Tomocichla tuber, but these are completely different apparently, according to a new study, and they've been reassigned to their own genus, Talamancaheros. The etymology of it, the name is composed from the word Talamanca. That refers to the Talamanca Mountains of Low Central America, obviously in combination with the old cichlid genus Heros. So there you have Talamancaheros. And sieboldii, that's named after the German zoologist Carl Theodor Ernst von Siebold. So there you have it. The common name of the cichlid is the banded cichlid. Not sure why, perhaps it's because of the breeding dress, because they turn as you can see the female at the moment, it's like a contrasting colours of black and white and blue, and she's got like a mask, so perhaps that's why they're called banded cichlid. I don't know, maybe somebody can perhaps let me know, I don't know. This particular population comes from Panama, from the Guarichi, I think that's how it's pronounced, Guarichi River in Panama. There's other populations in Costa Rica. Distribution, they occur in moderate to fast flowing rivers and streams on the Pacific slope of the Talamanca Mountains of southern Central America, Costa Rica, western Panama. Notable rivers, I suppose, you'd find them in the Rio Benito in Costa Rica, and the population I've got now is Guarichi River, Panama. I think they're pretty aggressive cichlid. If you have a group of 6, you're liable to, once hierarchies start to develop and pairing start, you'll get a few of the group getting attacked and possibly killed, where you might have to remove them. I did have a group of 6. The other cichlids, the other group are in a separate tank. They seem to have paired up pretty well, and I've had quite a few spawns off them. So yeah, they're quite a good pair really. Anyway, going back about the naming of the species, we talked about that they used to be under the genus Tomocichla. Obviously, in older literature, you would read that they would be called under Tomocichla sieboldii. But obviously, a recent classification study finds the cichlid placed in its own genus. The new study obviously concludes that Talamancaheros is possibly split into 2 different species, Talamancaheros sieboldii and Talamancaheros underwoodii. Talamancaheros underwoodii is not to be confused with Tomocichla underwoodii, which was described by Regan in 1908. Talamancaheros underwoodii was described by Regan in 1906, so it was a couple of years before. They say that Talamancaheros underwoodii is said to be restricted to Costa Rica, while the fish I got, Talamancaheros sieboldii, is found in western Panama. Not too sure on the differences, especially when the fish are non-breeding coloration. In the study they say the differences can be seen when the fish are actually breeding. There's a few minor differences which might place, obviously say the fish are different species, but I don't know. Obviously we'd have to see, perhaps in a later study, if this species separation stands, or perhaps we're just looking at geographical variation, which it could well be. I don't know. There's been no diagnosis given for Talamancaheros underwoodii as yet, so at the moment I suppose we can just class them as the same species. We'll have to see. Obviously the habitat for them in the wild, they're found in moderate to fast clear rivers and streams with lots of rocks, sand, gravel. Sometimes you might find them in submerged wood, like roots and that. As you can see in the aquarium, just pan it round here, you can see that obviously there's a lot of rock work, rounded boulders which algae growth on there. Some leaf litter. There's a pile of wood here, branches and that, which it's worked out quite well, because when the male becomes aggressive, around pre-spawning time, the female can get bullied quite a bit, so she can swim into there and she can seek refuge, she can hide. In fact, it's probably saved her life on many occasions, this pile of wood and the rock crevices. It's always worth, doing if you want to keep these in a species only tank. It's good really to make the rock work and woodwork, so she's got escape routes and sanctuary. It has saved her life, as I've just said before. And there's leaf litter as well. This is good for when the female's got free swimmings fry. They can actually they go into the leaf litter and they forage for food particles. It's pretty cool to see, very natural behaviour. Yeah, the male seems to, they both seem to be ready to start spawning, perhaps in the next few hours I'd imagine. She's asserting her authority in the nesting place. They've used this many a time, this rock crevice here. They've spawned nowhere else, it's always this rock crevice where they dig out, and they lay about 300-400 eggs perhaps, obviously more if the pair are larger, but fully grown, a male can reach 9 to 10 inches in the aquarium, females about 6 to 7 inch, a lot smaller. They're fairly easy to sex. When they're younger, they can be quite hard, but males tend to develop spotting on the unpaired fins, a little bit like Nicaraguense cichlids do. Males always have spotting on the fins. This species does as well. Females, they also have like a dorsal blotch. The females do on the dorsal fin. Obviously that intensifies as they mature and when they become, sexually active. But for some reason this male doesn't generally turn black and white like the female does. I don't know why. Perhaps he doesn't think there's enough threat in the aquarium. Obviously these is only pairing there. I've got a few live bearers in here, sieboldii, which are from Costa Rica. You'll probably get them in Panama as well. But yeah, they seem to be doing quite well in this aquarium. Aquarium's only about 5 foot by 2 foot footprint, width and height. Not a particularly large aquarium, but ideal for this pair. But yeah, we'll see how they go, see if she can raise some fry. So yeah, just to round it up, I mean, if you ever come across this species, you know, if you have the opportunity to buy a group, it's really well worth the effort, you know, to try and pair and spore them. Really cool fish, display a brilliant, you know, really cool breeding dress. Aggressive though, you know, that's perhaps the only downfall, but you know, this is all the challenge of keeping Central American cichlids. Obviously keep, you know, I mean, obviously the tank, who I mentioned before, it's a 5 foot tank. Keep the water clean, not an essential, but you know, nice flow, plenty of aeration, like, you know, and yeah, they should reward you with a spawning, hopefully. But yeah, give them a try. I hope you've enjoyed the video. You know, it's obviously a little bit different to what I generally do. It's just music. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.